Hello once again, viewers and listeners. Thank you for joining me on DMAPS TV. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're coming here for the first time. If you're regular, just do the usual. Please like and comment and also share our video so that others may as well see what we do here. Because what we do is we give you current affairs in real time. So yes, there have been much talk concerning this subject, and much true to the famous and ancient adage that there is no smoke without fire. We also what happened then in 2017. Everyone was saying such a thing would never happen in Zimbabwe, but we were all caught by surprise. So I think this issue, as it is erupting up, is also an issue which there might be an element of truth in it. But as usual, what we know is that the time will tell. Now, another political analyst in Zimbabwe, he is very well known, Anonziva Ibo Mandaza. He has also said that President Mnangagwa is now cornered as the plot to oust him is thickening each by each day. He is saying that President Mnangagwa is facing an unprecedented challenge as the Zanu PF leader. Professor Mandaza claims that he got this information from Zanu PF Insiders. So President Emmerson Mnangagwa is fighting for his political life ahead of a Zanu PF Congress slated for October. This is according, of course, to Mr. Ibo Mandaza. And Mandaza believes that the Zanu PF leader, who is now 79, could be ousted through political maneuvering rather than a military coup, as happened with the former president Robert Mugabe in 2017. So this is what is happening. We have seen a lot of talk concerning this subject, and it seems day by day we hear of so many other confirmations concerning this subject. So Mr. Ibo Mandaza, who is also a director at SEPS Trust, spoke this amid growing reports that Vice President Constantino Chiwenga is poised to mount a challenge to the Zanu PF leader, who is eyeing a second term. This is, of course, in the public domain that there are shackles at the top leadership there. So also expelled Zanu PF activists Godfrey Tsenengamu and Jim Kunaka have fueled the speculation with pointed comments in recent days suggesting Chiwenga, who led the 2017 coup as Zimbabwe Defense Forces commander, wants Mnangagwa to honor a gentleman's agreement that he would save just one term. So guys, this is what people are saying is happening. Top brass, top leadership. A lot of people might say this cannot happen given the relationship between Chiwenga and Mnangagwa. But we also see an almost similar thing happening before between Emmerson Mnangagwa and Robert Mugabe. So there is a possibility that this might happen, especially if it is coming from these former Zanu PF leaders. We saw that even after Jonathan Moyo went to exile and was out of Zimbabwe, he used to get classified information of the happenings in Zanu PF. So this might also be the case with Tsenengamu and Kunaka. So the utterances by Kunaka and Tsenengamu are yet another indication that all is not well in Zanu PF, and that the factionalism is building to a climax ahead of the purported Congress, and above all, that Mnangagwa's political survival hangs in the balance. This is what Mr. Mandaza also said. So with us, we just wait for time so that we see how all things will come out. Probably these are just some rumors that are emanating just because tensions rise ahead of elections, tensions rise ahead of congresses, and people might even be wanting to put Mfungwa General, Mfungwa Sina General. But these are some of the things that time will tell. So Mr. Mandaza was clear to say that he rules out another coup, but he appreciates that the political plots are meant to outmaneuver Mnangagwa and force him to relent without a file. And also some Zanu PF insiders claim that Chiwenga's breakers have drawn up two scenarios to force Mnangagwa to relent ahead of or during the Congress, or if that strategy fails, to remove him by force, a move which would succeed only if Chiwenga still holds sway in the army. So those repeat, guys, it boils down to whether or not Chiwenga still have power over the military. So in the first scenario, they say that Chiwenga would then take over as Zanu PF leader. He would be reluctant, the insiders are briefing, to take the reins if Mnangagwa is forcibly removed, opening the door to the factionist preferred civilian leader, the former minister Xavier Kasukuwere. So Xavier Kasukuwere's name keeps popping up. I think there is something happening. Xavier Kasukuwere, his name rather keeps on popping up, and as we know, Tyson, he might be planning something, or he might be a pawn in someone's plan or for the throne of President Emmerson Mnangagwa. So Mandaza also says even if Mnangagwa prevails, you could find that Chiwenga loyalists will not help his campaign. Instead, they would likely give their votes to main opposition leader Nelson Chamisa, a phenomenon known as Boram Sango, literally meaning kicking the ball into the bush. So it's another scenario they are saying that if he doesn't conform to their demands, they will just do Boram Sango and support Nelson Chamisa. I saw I think quite a while ago, I shared a video of Zanu PF members singing Boram Sango Zigaramba, Boram Sango Zigaramba. So those are just some of the scenarios that might happen towards the 2023 election. So the Boram Sango scenario appears more threatening than it did in 2008 when Mugabe lost in the first round to opposition challenger Morgan Tsvangirai. But that's assuming Mnangagwa is a contender in 2023, says Mandanga. I think it's his time to lose the presidential race in 2023 as things stand, but only through a broad alliance can the Citizens Coalition for Change garner a parliamentary majority. So those were just some thoughts of Mr. Mandaza, and even after that, he says it would be advisable to include selected Zanu PF stewards in the name of reconciliation and nation building, especially after his rising period of the last 2 decades that has left the country broken and divided. So he opinions that after elections, Chamisa, if he wins, must take some of Zanu PF stewards and give them influential posts or in the name of nation building, so that we can build the nation and disengage from the various political quagmires that we have witnessed as a country since 1999 or after the formation of the MDC. So observations in some circles suggest Chamisa will need Kasukuwere in that broad alliance, but the selection I'm talking about should not be confined to key Zanu PF stewards who have acquitted themselves in the parliament elections, but also Zimbabweans in the diaspora, and in all cases taking cognizance of regional ethnicity, representation, and meritocracy. These are the sentiments of Waibo Mandaza towards a nation, towards building the nation. So this is just what we have for now. We are of the view that probably something is really cooking, because this issue has been around, for quite a time. And as they say, there's no smoke without a fire. So probably there are those who are mechanizing for the departure of number one, Mr. Emmerson Mnangagwa. So Father Mayere also commented on the issue of a probable alliance between Nelson Chamisa and Xavier Kasukuwere. Fadzai Mahere, the CCC national spokesperson, had this to say: the only qualification for one to join this broad-based citizens movement is being a citizen of Zimbabwe. We are actively engaged in a mass mobilization program to ensure we secure 6 million votes in 2023 to guarantee a landslide victory. On all matters that concern the movement, the citizens will be consulted widely and we will implement their issues. So this is to say that they will also consult the people on whether or not to admit a person. Is that really possible? But they are saying they can achieve that. So That's just what we have to for now. We will just leave you to ponder on a possibility of yet another takeover before 2023 elections. Anokuoneka ine mfaro, ndini wenyu, Honorable Madiva.